Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Here come the mosquitoes.
Oh, man.
Alrighty, boys. Well, thanks for doing this. Round 2 with us, Ty.
Yeah, round 2. Alex made a little whoopsie, so here we are. We flew. That's a good excuse to fly to Oregon, huh?
Honestly, I'm not even really all that sorry.
Can't complain about this, right?
No, this is awesome, man.
Yeah.
So today, Ty Martin, ladies and gentlemen, with MOA Rifles. And Ethan, what's her last name?
Mueller. Ethan Mueller.
That's
Yep.
right.
Mueller.
Ethan Mueller are joining us today. We are in Maupin,
Oregon. Yep.
Maupin, Oregon, at an MOA shooting school, level 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's just get into it, I guess.
No, I mean, this actually worked out perfect. You know, joking aside, Alex messed up our original podcast. Blaine couldn't join us this time, unfortunately, but I flew into Denver and went south a few hours to Blaine's place, and we did a private shooting event down there with all the St. James agents. I had a blast, and this actually worked out perfect because
Totally.
Ethan, Blaine's buddy,
Yep.
wanted to come to a class, wanted to get a rifle built. He's got some big hunts coming up this fall. It's kind of the perfect example of what we do, right?
Yeah.
Someone's got a big hunt on the line. They're like, all right, my trusty rifle I've been shooting since I was young might not, fit the bill if it comes down to day 10 on a high-end hunt, and I got to make a shot of a lifetime. I want to step up a notch, get better equipment that I can reach out there with if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But not only do I want to invest in the equipment, I want to come to a school and learn how to properly do everything,
Yep.
which is why we offer the schools.
Yep. That's why I'm not really all that sorry about it, because I got to come see what you do, and I got to meet Ethan, and it's been a pleasure, man.
Best part ever. Right?
Yeah. So how Blaine sucker you into this?
Oh, Blaine's got a history of suckering me into things. That's for sure. Well, I mean, I think, Ty kind of summed it up fairly well there, but yeah, I mean, it was a topic of conversation with Blaine over the years, and I think he first brought up your rifles a year or two ago.
Okay.
With me.
It took you that long?
Took me that long,
Yeah.
and that's why I think your explanation was good, because booking my first hunt in British Columbia this year really was an instigator for me to pull the trigger, if you will, on getting one of your rifles, because it's a big investment, not just financially, but the time and just my hopes and dreams of the hunt, and quite frankly, that was part of my explanation to my wife too, was like, hey, I'm doing this, like there's only so many things I can control in a hunt, and this is one of them. And so I was excited, and that was basically the conversation with Blaine, wanting to step up my game, wanting to learn more about shooting. I mean, I've been hunting my whole life since I was 8 years old, but never had any formal training like most people. My dad and his buddies, this is how we do it, right? And,
which is funny, because his level 1 course is all about all of the things our dads taught us that we need to stop doing if we want to poke a target or poke an animal.
I mean, I grew up the same
out
way,
past
right?
600 yards,
I grew up the same way. I said in class today, like, we grew up shooting a 3-9 Leupold. We zeroed 3 inches high at 100 yards, and when we zeroed, half the time it's a paper plate, and it was like, good to go.
Good to go.
But we could get away with that because we only shot 2. I mean, I remember being, and I'm not that old, I'm only 30. I remember shooting a deer at 350 yards, and you felt like a badass.
Yep.
You got to tell your buddies, I dropped that buck at 350.
300 was a big deal. Yeah.
And it's just different. You could get away with a lot more wiggle room, and now we're stepping into this game of, okay, I want to accurately shoot. Yeah, I'm going to practice 1,000 and 1,200 and have fun, but it's like shooting a bow. I'm shooting my bow to 100 because I want a 50-yard shot easy, right?
Yeah.
So I want a 400 to 600-yard shot like that.
See, Ethan's going to be my test case for how much false confidence have you given me? Because back when we did the broker meeting, day 1, you had us shooting out to 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Quick.
Yep.
How much of that is false confidence? I don't know.
What do you mean false confidence?
I felt pretty confident leaving there. Like anything. I would stop at 300. I would just get closer.
Yep.
After that, I'm like 600. No big deal.
Well, it's a real thing. So at a true level 1 school, we do have to knock people down a notch because, we have one range. We shoot that range all the time. We know what the wind's doing. So we get out to guys shoot really well, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once they hit break 7, things start getting tricky. 8, 9, 1,000. I have to ask guys at the end of the school, and we all gather around, and we do one final little meeting. I say, how many of you actually hit perfect shots, your first shot, without an instructor giving you a wind call? And they're like, oh.
Maybe 1?
Like,
maybe?
Yeah, maybe. And then that one guy's like, I felt, it's kind of a luck shot.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to reel it in a little bit. Like, all right, let me go back to the drawing board. Let me practice wind.
You didn't do that with us.
Well,
So
not yet.
I left and I was like, dude, I can do this.
But in all reality, with you guys, no. But 1,000 yards in low wind, it's not that hard if your equipment is proper, if your fundamentals are perfect, and you can judge wind.
Right.
But I think, I hear what you're saying and totally agree, and I'm definitely a case of what you're talking about, I'm sure. But even just today, one day in, and even 1 hour in, the metrics that you gave us and talking about the different components of shots and shooting and so forth, like, very quickly gave me confidence. And I don't think like unrealistic confidence to that 500-600 yard range. And a lot of it was just getting that information that I didn't have, like talking about spin drift and windage, and hearing you say like, at this wind, which was a typical wind, and I'm not going to remember the numbers, but like, this is what you're probably going to see. And having never heard that, but then all of a sudden hearing it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like that gives me a lot more confidence to 500 yards. And I will say today, like, those shots in that, 400 to 600 range, like, I think in large part because of that information and because of the, the tools you gave us and how we shot and, how to pull the trigger, how to lay on the ground, where our elbows should be, all those various components of, the body mechanics of it. Like, I felt confident.
Yeah. We obviously validated, we shot 400. You rung a 8-inch plate at 400 yards, smoked 900, hit the level 2 course. Your first shot was, whether you know it or not, it was a target about the size of a wiener dog at 530 yards, right? And you just hammered it. So it's that's not an easy shot.
Yeah.
A lot of people would not take that shot.
I would not have in the past.
Right. One of the things I love is I really enjoy the way that you interact with people, in the sense of like, you meet people where they are, and like he's saying, you're giving them the tools you need to problem solve. So people are walking away feeling like that. I have the tools now to problem solve in the moment when I'm on a hunt, and I need to make a decision. Do I get closer or do I take this shot? Right?
Yeah.
I enjoy
it's a real thing. Like, there's guys even at this class right now that have the equipment and the rifles to make the shot as far as the rifle system goes.
Sure.
But they might not yet have, okay, how do I know what to do for wind, right?
Right.
And you can see it because, like, I've got a few buddies here that haven't seen what I do, and they're coming and visiting. And I'm like, hey, what's the wind? They're like, well, I got to figure it out. I'm like, well, they're using my Kestrel, right?
Right.
I'm like, you're not going to be with me in the field. So it's part of investing in the right equipment to get the job done, but also coming here and learning all the ballistics and the MOA and dialing and the shooting form and all that stuff. But I will say, you can take an average shooter, if you give him the right equipment, you can turn him into an excellent shooter like overnight.
Yep. And those are actually, your buddies are a good case study for that, because these are lifelong hunters.
They know nothing different.
Right.
They were born into it.
One of them got you in what you're doing right now.
Full circle moment. Andy actually he's my ex-brother-in-law. He was married to my older sister for 15 years. And, anyway, so he's still like one of my childhood best friends.
Yeah.
And he's who got me into this. Literally, he's the one that told me, hey, go buy a Night Force scope.
Right.
Here's how to reload.
Right.
And yes, we would learn certain things together, even though he's 8 years older than me. We would learn certain things together, but I would sit in the basement of his old house, reloading bullets. We'd, do 3 to 5 at a time and trial and error and finally find a group that works.
Yeah.
And then we'd take that group just like the cone, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, I've got a 1/2 to 3/4 inch here. Let's stretch it out and see what it can do. And I remember the first time getting a ballistic app and just punching the numbers perfectly, dialing the turret, and smoking, putting a 4 or 5 inch group down at 800 yards. And you're just like, holy smokes, this works, right? As long as I do everything right behind the gun, as long as my equipment is perfect, it works.
Yep.
And that's what kind of got us hooked. And, we're competitive. We're a lot of my friend group are big athletes,
100%,
played college basketball and things like that. So you're always trying to get an edge. How can I be better than the next guy in the mountain?
They're definitely getting stuff out of this. They're definitely learning.
Yep.
They went from busting your balls to kind of sitting back and, being really engaged and asking good questions and having little side conversations about how do I figure this out? What is that again?
Yep.
So it's cool to watch.
It is for me, it's a cool full circle moment, because Andy's actually who got me into this, and now he's out of class.
Yeah.
Picking up some pointers from me. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool.
I think you just kind of triggered something in me, beyond what I was mentioning earlier of the, the knowledge that you shared this morning. But also, I think you weren't like directly saying this, and I don't mean this just to pump you up with your product, but like the knowledge of your product and of the scope and the confidence in the product really went a long way for me as well. Because quite frankly, and this was a big point that Blaine made to me too. He's like, hey man, if you're going to invest in this gun, you really should go take this course. And yeah, it's a bit more money, but like really learn the tool, get confident with it. And I definitely saw that today and feel that now. Like, just again, you weren't saying it, but you're like, yeah, this is what we do. We 0 at 100. Once we do that, you do this with the gun and the scope, and boom, boom, boom. It's gonna perform. Whereas, you know, if I'd just got the gun and went home and done it on my own, it just wouldn't have gone this way. Like maybe I would have gotten there, but not the way I did today.
The difference is I can tell you're natural. You've shot, you've hunted, you've killed a lot of stuff. The difference is if you get a gun, take it home, you could have shot it just fine. We could have talked on the phone and got you straightened out, but there would have been certain things that happened, and you'd have been like, why did I miss off left or high or low? And you wouldn't have known how to correct it or know why, so you wouldn't have known what to do different next time, right? Where that's the difference in the schools. There's going to be things that go wrong, or there's going to be times you miss, but coming to a school, you're going to be able to look at that and go, oh, that's why I hit low, or that's why I hit high, or that wind was doing this and I didn't see it, right? Like, it allows you to problem solve, not just see a problem and go, well, I'll just try it again next time and see if I actually hit it.
You don't have a sat phone, do you?
No.
He's had a client call him on a sat phone in the middle of a hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in fact, we should back up because I want to hear Ty's story and I want to hear your story. Okay. I know a little bit about you both, how you both got into hunting, and but how did you guys get here? Obviously, Blaine with us, right? Blaine connected us, connected you with Ty. You bought a gun, you invested in the school. Tell us more.
Well, if I go all the way back, I started hunting in Vermont, where I grew up at age 8. My dad was the first generation to hunt in my family, hippie in Vermont, and just wanted to do it, and had an older buddy that kind of mentored him. And so then obviously my dad mentored me, started with gray squirrels, and just loved it. Loved the hunt for what the hunt is, the pursuit, but loved the adventure, loved the outdoors, and never really lost it, quite frankly, which I was saying to one of your buddies today. It's sort of amazing that I didn't lose it, because Vermont is not known for its hunting. Totally. I mean, we have hunting, and there's people watching this podcast right now getting pissed. Like, what do you mean? like Vermont's a hard state to hunt. I mean, when I was growing up as a teenager, like rifle season's 3 weekends, it's 2 weeks. And if you saw one buck, that was your opportunity. Right. And that was it. Yeah. And so as a kid, somehow that created passion, not frustration for me. And then I was lucky enough through my family's business and career to move west to Colorado, to Crested Butte in 2004, and that's where I met Blaine over a lunch, where we both realized we were hunters. And then that fall went on our first archery elk hunt together and had a phenomenal hunt. My dad and I shot bulls in like 3 days, and so that's where that friendship started. But
was that luck or skill?
I mean, like all hunts, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
Better be lucky than good.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's really where it started with Blaine. But yeah, I think from a hunting standpoint, it's evolved for me beyond just like the love of the hunt. It's particularly coming out west, it's the adventure, just being out in it, much more than I think you have the opportunity to be out in it in a lot of other activities. Like I like trail running, mountain biking, fly fishing, rafting, all sorts of things. But I don't know, hunting just brings a special component, and that's why I'm super excited and wanted to for years go up to Canada and pursue up there, because not just the species, but really the adventure of it.
Yeah, what are you hunting up there?
Next level. We're hunting, so I'm hunting with Terminus Outfitters, and I'm hunting moose, a mountain goat, and it also comes with black bear and wolf tag.
Amazing. Oh, wow.
So
that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully I come home with 4 less bullets.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So coming into this, you didn't do much long range stuff. And when I say long range, over 400.
No, I mean, your description earlier of like dudes like, hey, 300, like nice job. That's
so we're only.
I've shot 2 or 3 animals in my life over that.
We're only one day into the school. Has your perception of this hunt changed, or has it boosted confidence a little bit?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Which was my goal, and I'm psyched to see it. Like right now, I kind of feel like that 400 or 500. Feel really confident, like I'm ready to do it.
It's your decision to fill that tag or not. Not like, oh, I might hit it.
I might hit it. Yeah. Right. And I'm kind of hoping through tomorrow to push that out maybe a little bit further, and then I'll definitely be asking you, like, okay, now I'm going home. What should I be doing for the next 2 months to be ready to roll? So but no, I mean, to that 400 or 500 yard range, like it was pretty immediate through the information, through the equipment, like the culmination of what we've been talking about. Like it was like, okay, like
Clicks, makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't think it's false confidence, because I think I have the knowledge, the confidence in the equipment, and to make the right choices to those distances.
Right.
1,000 yards, I won't be plinking mountain goats at 1,000 yards.
No, we shoot. We see 15,000 rounds a year at the schools, and personally, my guys at the shop are shooting 600 rounds a week, and I still shoot a lot, but I personally don't like shooting 1,000 yards.
Right.
Yes, can we? Have I killed things past 1,000 yards? Yes, but you can even ask like my marketing guy and the guys that film for us. I love the 600, 650 and under. You just feel so confident. Yeah, 700. You can poke things, but that 400 to 600, we practice to 1,000 to make 400 to 600.
Right. It's like what you said about archery. That because I archery hunt a lot. Yeah, shoot to 100. I'm not going to shoot an animal at 100, but like it makes me feel really good at 50.
Yep, 100%. Now it's cool, and it gives you an edge on the mountain. You're going to find yourself hunting different. You're not going to have to get in animals' bedrooms. You're not going to have to get down in the trees with things, and things are going to wind you. And there's animals you haven't even seen that have blown out because you've been too close. Now you can sit up on the ridge tops, glass. You can find a bull at 800 yards, scoot into 6, and poke him without blowing everything out of the canyon. It allows you to hunt differently. It gives you an advantage, but more importantly, like we're all on the mountain to shoot the biggest, oldest, most mature animal we can. Now it's just giving you a better chance to do that, right? I like to say we're all good enough hunters. Like if we draw a tag, we're probably gonna go fill it, but this allows us to take the most mature, worthy animal on the mountain to harvest. Right?
Yeah, and harvest cleanly.
Yep, exactly.
Man, I would love to see you get in the bow hunting business.
I love bow hunting.
I'd love to see you make a bow.
I've killed more elk with a bow than I have a rifle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I believe that. I'm just saying, can you make a bow?
No, don't even get me started. I'll leave it up to the guys that do that best.
Well,
I'm their client.
Yeah. I love how practical you are about long distance shooting too. You're always first to say, like, if you can get closer, you should. If you have the time. But if it's the last day of your hunt, last light, you're going to have more confidence if you're at a further distance, right?
Yeah, you're investing for that moment that you have to make it happen, and there's no other way to make it happen. Day 10 of your moose goat combo hunt, and you've got your moose down already, and it comes down to day 9 or 10, and there's a goat standing at 650 at 30 minutes left of daylight, and you can't get to that next point to make it a 300-yard shot. The goat doesn't know you're there. He's not worked up. You're calm. The wind's low. You tell your guide, hey, I can make the shot.
Right.
You're going to kill him, right? And you're more comfortable because he doesn't know you're there. He's not trotting away on a running shot at 250 yards, It's just cleaner. People ask me all the time, like, I love taking kids hunting. I love seeing 12, 13-year-old kids kill their first deer and elk. I would way rather have a 12, 13-year-old kid with a setup like yours at 450, 500 yards than getting him into 250 and have a startled animal and take a moving shot. Just every day of the week.
Totally.
Because they don't need to know how far it is.
Yeah.
You get the rifle set up, you zoom it in, it looks like 200 yards to them.
Yeah.
They break the trigger, animal goes down.
Yeah.
You can tell them after to, give them a pat on the back, but I mean, we love doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, tell them about your sat phone story. That's a real story. You had a client call him on a sat phone
From
in the middle of a
obviously.
hunt. Asking him about what was he at, like 200 yards or something
Yeah,
crazy?
so it is a good customer of mine. We actually went on a hunt together in Mexico. I filmed him killing a desert sheep. Really cool. And just hit it off with him, stayed in touch. We're still kind of that boutique, smaller business field. Guys have my cell phone. They text, call me on the weekends, whatever.
Yeah. And they send you their photos in season, right?
That's our best. That's our favorite part, right?
How many guys are shooting over 450, 500? Do you have guys sending you photos where they're like, I shot this animal at 800 or 1,000? A lot, really?
Yep.
Very cool.
A lot. Yeah. But anyway, that guy's he was up in Alaska. It's funny. I filmed him killing his desert sheep at 8:30. Smoked him, 28 nozzler. We built him right before that hunt, took him down. Bob and I, my business partner, filmed it. And fast forward like that was March. So that was like a Mexico March type hunt. Fast forward that fall, he was in Alaska on a brown bear hunting. It was fall, so I think it was NFL, football season or something. Yeah. Sunday, I think I'm sitting there with my wife watching NFL, and my phone buzzes, and I'm like, I don't recognize this number, but you know, I get calls all the time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna answer it. And he's like, hey, Ty, it's Fred.
Was he like whispering? He was like, hey,
yeah,
Ty.
he was. He's like, hey, you know, and it was like there was a little delay because of sat phone, right? And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, I got a brown bear in front of me, and I can't figure out how to turn this damn Kestrel on. You know, he came to a couple shooting schools,
yeah.
and I'm like, Fred, how far's the bear? He's like, 250, and I'm like, is it windy or something? He's like, no. I was like, shoot, who cares about your Kestrel? Kill the bear. He's shooting a 300 Ultra Meg, right? And I literally heard the phone like drop, like I hear bushes, like he dropped the phone, and I just heard, got him. You know, but he was
That's
so concerned
hilarious.
to make a perfect shot, right? He wanted to get the win.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, don't overthink it, right? Go back to your roots when the things are under 300 yards, right? But that
Too
stuff
funny,
happens
man.
all the time, man. Like that, we love that stuff. That's one of my favorite times of the year, you know, growing with the company and taking over these shooting schools, now running them all. My business partner, Bob, founded these companies, did a phenomenal job, and I'm just continuing the legacy he, you know, made. And it's pretty cool seeing the shooting schools keep growing. We have a couple hundred clients that come through a year here, and it's pretty cool in the fall.
Yeah.
We work hard all spring. We teach these guys. They buy new rifles. They come in, or they're bringing their rifles they bought 10 years ago and just getting fine tuned because they got a big hunt coming up. And in the fall, my phone dings, 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 dings. And it's kind of a relief because this time of year, it's guys, hey, where's my gun? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? And I'm like feeling stressed all the time to get their gun done in time because we're trying to take care of guys. Draw tags are coming out now. You know, people are.
I don't know. You whip my gun up like that.
Don't tell too
For
many
you
people.
guys, it's super easy. You just like, no.
Yeah. No, so.
And I know I was lucky.
Yeah.
I know I was lucky.
So, no, this time of year it's a real thing. It's like, hey, is my gun done yet? You know, they're
Yeah.
getting antsy. They want to go practice. It's summer, nice weather. And in the fall, it's like all the guys that come to the school, hey, shot my deer at 650, shot this bull at 800, shot this sheep on day 10 of a grind of a hunt, got my first ram, killed it at 700. I couldn't get closer, Giant Valley, made a perfect shot, you know, a lot of cool stuff like that. And there's definitely a direct correlation to the success texts and photos that hit our phones and email to the guys that come to schools.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that can afford our stuff and they want to invest in the nice stuff, but if they don't put in the time to learn how to use it, you know, it's like driving a sports car and not knowing how to drive it or putting a governor on it, right?
Yeah, he
It's
actually
like,
made that analogy. On our
Yeah, we were
drive
talking
down.
about that yesterday.
yeah.
Well, I have a portable Starlink, so I'm going to get a battery for it. And I'm going to
Put me on speed dial.
FaceTime you.
Set the camera up.
Hey, Ty,
Yeah.
watch this.
Put him on the Olin.
Yeah. No,
I was trying to think of what else in life does that correlate with, in the sense of like you put in all this hard work and then at a certain point your phone starts ringing, that the reward factor that months later this is paying off, that people are enjoying the product.
Yep.
What else is like that in life? Or you get a cookie for being a good boy. I guess gold star when you're in elementary school, you know, you try to collect all the stars.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess there's a lot of things you work hard and you get rewards, but turning what was my everyday just dream and passion and daily life into a full-time career was pretty cool. And now you see people getting rewarded from it for what you do. And it's, you know, a lot of our clients invest a lot of money into the hunting. And when they can trust your equipment that you made for them,
Right.
whether it's a $5,000 hunt or a $150,000 hunt
Or more. Right.
and they're trusting your tool to do the job, it's a pretty cool feeling when you're like,
Totally.
that guy not only invested in me, our guys, our company, our employees, we have a great team to put the time in to make them this piece of equipment and then turn around and see the success and see what it did for them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I think flipping that around a little bit too, and almost goes to your archery comment earlier of like the customer gets access to you and the company the way we like, that's becoming more and more unique too. And why I brought up the archery is like, I own a really nice bow. I won't call out the company, but I can't call the owner of that company or even an executive and like, hey, this happened today. Like, you know, do you have any ideas or, you know, anything like that? And so that's pretty special too. Just kudos to you guys.
That's kind of our goal. You know, it's a catch-22 because everyone's like, you know, you growing, what are you doing to get bigger? And with this industry, yes, I have certain facets of our company I try to grow in, but with the custom rifle business, I've seen guys do it. You know, there's some big names in this industry we all know. They started out kind of similar to us. They built a very high-end clientele, and then they clicked the switch and went production because they wanted volume. And they're not the same. They lose that special like connection with their customer. Yeah, are they bigger? Do they have 150 employees? Are they making probably more money? Probably. That's really not our goal though. Like that's not custom. You can't be custom and big. We pride ourselves in having a white glove turnkey service, and I don't want to change that. So do I want to build 2,000, 3,000 rifles a year? No. I want to keep doing what we're doing. I know most of my customers by name. I know their stories. I know some of their wives, some of their family, their history, and I don't really want to change that. I mean, yeah, are we growing every year? Yeah, but it's not necessarily rifle builds. We might be growing in other categories of our company just to, you know.
I heard archery.
Please make me a better archery hunter.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. Well, hey, tell us more about that, because you mentioned, Bob, you mentioned that you took over this company at some point. For people that don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you got to running schools and building rifles? And
Yeah, so I actually grew up on a ranch in Montana. My dad was he ran a cattle business, and we didn't own the ranch. We leased a big ranch in Montana that he operated his cattle business on, and I happened to be his son. And the ranch happened to be phenomenal hunting, so I was just born into this industry. You know, there was no like, oh, when did you start hunting? It was like, I know nothing different, right? So we had an outfitting business too on the ranch. So I was just born into it. You know, I'd go to school, come home, help dad feed cows or whatever I needed to do in the middle of winter. And fall was kind of my fun time. You'd work hard, play hard. That's just how I grew up. And, you know, I was into sports and all that other stuff too, but I always hunted. I always fished, hunted, did the thing. It was just natural.
Who taught you how to trap?
My dad.
Your dad did too, yeah.
Yeah, we'd have a big trap line every winter. Yeah.
We talked about that too, about, you know, if you don't have a dad, it's actually the guys like Steven Ranella, Meat Eater, Cameron Haynes, the number of guys they've helped, because I have a bunch of buddies too. Their dads did not teach them how to hunt. Yeah. No one brought them into it. They taught themselves through YouTube. Yeah. So this is all pre-YouTube too, right? I mean, you definitely.
No, it was YouTube.
How old are you again?
48.
48?
Yeah.
Okay. Glad you told me that. I didn't have to guess. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
You don't look a day over 60.
No, but anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. So anyway, grew up just living that lifestyle. Yeah. And it's just like anything. I didn't know anything different. I thought every kid grew up that way. So I didn't really realize what I had. And finally, you know, you're getting older. I'm in high school. And I would say about like 16, 17, 15, the switch flipped. And I'm like, holy crap. I get to do things not a lot of people get to do.
Right.
And here I am. It was about 14 when I got into the whole reloading, long-range shooting with my brother-in-law at the time. And I just fell in love with it. Next thing you know, I'm, you know, guiding 55, 60-year-olds, and they're like, hey, I'm like, hey, that bullet's 600. You know, I invested in a Night Force scope. I sold the coyote pellets. They talked about the trap line. I remember saving a bunch of money and telling my dad, hey, I got $2,000. I think I can buy this Night Force scope. And he's like, what are you doing? And I remember going to Shields and the local store in Great Falls and buying a scope and getting a gun all set up, and next thing you know, I'm like dialing the turret for clients, and they're dropping their elk at 600. And I remember guys, they wouldn't trust me because I was so young. I'm like, don't hold over. I already dialed the scope, just kill them, right? And they'd always look back to me and like, are you sure I don't need to hold over? I'm like, I promise.
How old were you?
Like 15, 16, 17, 18, you know, throughout those years.
Yeah.
And you know, got really into it. And did I know everything? No, but I knew enough to be dangerous.
Right.
And fell in love with it. I archery hunted a lot too, but you know, in rifle season in Montana, we'd all rifle hunt because Montana's great. You got a 6-week archery season and a 5-week rifle season. So just fell in love with it. I would say it was about 18 to it was early college. After I graduated high school, I got really into photography and film. Yeah. Like I said, it was at that time I kind of realized, hey, I'm living on a pretty special place. I'm going to start filming and photographing these hunts and stuff. Yeah. So I created a little fun. Social media was just happened to be blowing up at that time. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram. I created a social media page, and it was just fun. I film hunts and post photos, and got really into photography and videography. With that came a logo, and next thing I know, I had a little brand and people wanting to buy apparel. That led into an apparel business I started in the outdoor space. And
Montana Pursuit.
It was called Montana Pursuit, and Shield Sports Stores approached me and wanted to carry my product. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I make this happen, right? So I remember I used to go around college campus and take people's hat and shirt orders. And then I'd go like to the local printing shop and print all their orders on shirts and hats and deliver them. Yeah. And then a website was born, and then Shield started carrying the stuff. And then fast forward through that, you know, I was just addicted and I loved it. And I had a little taste of entrepreneurship and business, and I loved it. And I graduated college. I actually got a petroleum engineering degree just because it was a degree. And I was like, oh, everyone needs to go to college, right? So that was the thing.
That's a good degree to get, though, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I took a lot of calculus. And, anyway, I went back to the ranch after I graduated because I was like, man, I don't know, like, this whole degree thing isn't for me. Like, I want to do what I love. And I actually my dad was retiring at the time. The ranch was selling. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be in the ranch anymore. I got to figure out something. And I had 2 ranches leased. I was going to start my own outfitting business. And Bob Beck, who founded these companies, found out who I was through, I think it was his producer. His marketing guy at the time knew who I was, or his show producer. And he calls me randomly and he's like, hey, I'm looking for a marketing guy. And I asked where he was, and he's like, Oregon. And I was like, I had a basketball scholarship in Oregon, and I went there and visited, and all it did was rain. And he's like, no, it's Central Oregon. It's sunny and pretty. Yeah. And so, long story short, took the job. I filmed all the shows at the time, ran the marketing, ran the social media. That led to me taking over most of the sales and helping him with shooting schools. So he was kind of looking for a right-hand guy to take over give him some more time back. Yeah. So started running the schools, ended up kind of running most of that. And then in 2020, he purchased McMillan stocks. And then in 2022, Defiance Actions came to him and wanted him to buy them out. And he came to me and said, hey, man, I gotta let go of these Oregon companies. I just can't manage everything. Mm-hmm. And I finagled a creative way for me to buy into half of them. So 2022, I bought into half the companies, started running everything January 1 of 23. So fast forward 4 years. Yeah, this is my 4th year. So I run everything. Bob's still my partner. Mm-hmm. Really cool relationship because he built this. I've taken it and changed it and made it my own and continued it. But Bob has McMillan and Defiance, which are our 2 main components to our rifles. Mm-hmm. So it's like the best business partnership you can ask for.
Totally.
Right? We take care of each other and work together, and Bob's like my mentor.
Yep.
And yeah, it's awesome.
Tell them about how you got suckered into doing the shooting schools, like taking them over.
So I remember Bob telling me, he was kind of like taking me under his wing, and he's like, hey, like, I'm not doing these forever. Like, I'm growing business, right? I can't be the guy here every day. Yep. And so I would sit in class with him, do like the class you were in this morning, but a longer version of that for level 1s. And pretty soon I was doing part of the class, and then questions and answers. He would answer some questions, then he'd make me answer some stuff to get me more involved. And then one day at school, I've got 20 guys sitting there, and I'm always just there helping Bob, so it was easy. And he looks at me and he's like, man, I'm not feeling good. He's like,
Jimmy told me this.
He goes, you're teaching class today. And I look at him like, are you serious? And at the time I was like, oh my gosh, he's sick. He's not feeling good.
Yeah.
So here I am, 22 years old, I was 24 at the time, 24 years old. And I'm like, all right. So I did the whole class, and it sounds easy, but you got 20 guys looking at you, successful people here booking the school, and they're relying on you to answer all their hard questions. Yep. So fast forward, I look back at that now and I'm like, Bob was not sick. Yeah. He guaranteed was in the room behind me looking through, like, is he doing okay?
How many guys have walked past you and just been like, there's no way, like, just didn't realize you were the instructor?
Oh, dude.
Just like, oh, there's a kid in this class.
Like, early on, they knew I was there helping Bob, but fast forward, like, even the last couple, like, now people kind of know who I am through the hunting films and stuff like that. But first year it was like, oh, where's Bob? Yeah. And we knew it was going to be that way. Yeah. I knew I had some things to fight through, but yeah, we'd go in the breakfast room and people just walk by me. Like, and I wouldn't say anything. And then I'd go in the classroom and they're like, oh, this kid's our instructor. But what was cool is I always take a break halfway through the class. Yeah. And I would just flip their minds. Like, all of a sudden they'd be lined up asking me questions. And they just trusted me. I proved a point. They realized I wasn't an idiot. Yeah, I might have been young, but I knew my stuff. And then they trust me, and one thing leads to another. It's great. Yeah. I mean, can't complain. It's a great business. People aren't in the outdoor hunting industry to get rich. They're just doing their thing. They love it, and it's a passion. It's a hobby. So yeah, I plan to be doing this for a long time.
I love that.
It was kind of funny. Like, business is business. Who knows where everything's going to go, right? Like, Bob's kind of a second dad to me. He's a mentor. When he's let me take the reins and trust me to do things. And I've definitely brought a younger version of marketing into the company. Mm-hmm. There was things I saw that he could have been doing, and I've kind of taken certain things and changed them and made things bigger in certain ways. He had so many irons in the fire. Maybe he just didn't have time to do those things. So there's a reason I bought into the company. I saw room for growth. But yeah, there's different things we have plans on doing. Like, not only is Bob innovating and growing in his manufacturing companies, I'm doing the same here. We have another rifle company together that's more in the production space. Mm-hmm. So it's different than MOA. Mm-hmm. It's still very high quality components, but it's more assembled parts that are just, here you go, here's a gun, here's your high-end parts assembled at a price point you probably couldn't do it for yourself.
Yep.
So it's more tailored to the younger crowd. The guys buying an action in a barrel and putting a stock on it and assembling it in their garage and mounting their own scopes and doing all those things. We have a company that's more tailored to that we launched last year, where MOA is more for the guys like you. You're busy, you run businesses.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I'm not sad. I don't want to mount my own scopes and do the dialing in and get my own ballistic data. Like, I'd rather pay the extra $1,000 for someone to do that service for me because I'm busy. I've got life going on, and I just want to get this product that's turnkey, ready to go. It came with warranties, and if it doesn't do what they said, they cover it, right? So 2 different companies, but yeah, there's certain things we're always trying to do something different and grow, and it's business though. You never know where things go.
No, that's for sure.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you for sharing your stories. What do we have to look forward to tomorrow before the light gets too low?
Yeah, no, so tomorrow, so day 1's done, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow it's just finishing the course. So we're meeting for breakfast, hopping in the Rangers at first thing in the morning, and you guys get to see a big, beautiful side of the ranch. Big canyons, downhill, uphill shots, some more tripod scenarios. We'll probably shoot another 10 to 15 target scenarios. Everything's different.
Still scoring golf.
Still scoring golf.
Beautiful.
Yep. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, but no, I mean, this is why we do it. You're going to leave here tomorrow. You're going to be super confident in 400 to 600, 700-yard shots. When you go on your hunt, you're going to have a way higher level of confidence. And then pretty soon it's going to, entice you to book more hunts because you're more confident in it too. So
I'm not sure I need that nudge to my wife's chagrin.
Yeah. No, it's cool. We love it. And so Bill and Derek that are here too, you guys can obviously see, like, the guys that have done this a lot, it pays off. Like,
big
they've
time.
probably been to 7 or 8 schools. Wow. Can you see how fluid they are?
Yeah, they're not even using mats. I mean, there's like little details you see with them. They're usually the first ones on the ground too.
Yep. I mean, if you go to their 100-yard targets, everything is just perfect. They know if they pull a shot. They know if they mess up. They're doing their own wind calls, their kestrels. They're not asking instructors. They're just here to get a tune-up. They like coming every year, hanging out with us. They might be dialing in a new rifle or something, but they're just here to get a tune-up. And so these level 2s have turned into that. A lot of these guys just come back year after year because they want to get tuned in and hone their craft. And every year they're picking up something new. Maybe you come back again and you focus more on just reading wind or spotting your own shots or things like that.
Right.
Well, awesome. And I would say too, kind of pleasantly surprised at, because I booked this so close in, I didn't have a lot of time to look into it, and was pleasantly surprised when I rolled into town. Like, it's a cool spot.
It's cool.
Like,
cool.
I had honestly pretty low expectations on that front, having been in the hunting, world most of my life. Like, you're not usually, expecting, the level of, like, the lodging and obviously this and the restaurants and so forth. Like,
the accommodations here are great.
Yeah. So I could see guys like that. Like, that's probably why they're coming back too. It's like, it's just a fun experience.
It's kind of turned into a guy's getaway trip.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will come their first time like you, and then they're like, you know what? Next year I'm going to put my own group together, because we do like minimum of 6 for a private group, maximum of 10. Like, I want to get 6 or 7 of my buddies and come and just have our own little guys trip, right?
I was texting buddies today, like, here's what I'm about to do. And they're like, sick.
Yeah. It's a perfect mixture, I met Blaine through Bob, right? So I think Blaine and I met in 21 or something like that before I bought into the company. And obviously, we work together so closely because it's a perfect mixture. You guys deal with people investing in recreational properties, hunting, they're traveling the country hunting. Those guys are wanting to invest in good equipment and come to schools. And, you flip back to my side, I've got guys that their dreams to own a big, beautiful ranch and have their own hunting and control and manage their own game. So it's like a perfect scenario. And yeah, us and St. James, it's great.
Yeah, the marketing word you're looking for is synergy.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, the networking.
The networking.
I mean, even today, like at lunch or dinner tonight, and here we were chatting about, like, oh, you got this, like, you have tags for that, or you have access to
landowner
this,
tags, and
like, oh, we should talk more. Like,
what's your allocation? Where you at? Yeah,
how many tags do you get? Do you need another rifle?
Exactly.
We can work trades here.
Well, that's a good way to end it. We're getting low on light, and Murphy's Law, everything that can go wrong did go wrong. Yeah. I swear the first 2 podcasts, seamless.
Oh, it was. You can clip this together.
We've lost audio. We've lost camera. This is crazy. I'll learn, though, someday. I'm not a podcaster.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys sitting down with me and talking.
Of course.
And loved hearing your stories. I love getting to know you guys, too. I feel like I know Ty a lot better, too, because we did a podcast, and, him and I shared an hour long. How long was that? It felt like...
Our drive?
Yeah, was it 2 hours?
It went quick, but it was 2 hours. Yeah. We were chatting the whole way. Yeah. So we podcasted our way here.
Yeah. That's
just
what you
no one gets to hear.
Yeah, we didn't record it.
Yeah, we should have maybe recorded it.
That's
We
funny.
kept thinking this was a reservoir behind us. It's partly my
Man,
fault.
that is the longest reservoir.
Actually, it's a Columbia River.
Yeah.
Oh, and we lost sight. Well, whatever. That's how it ends. Yep. Thanks, Gordon.